Welcome back to Home Sweet Home Cooking. I'm your host, Rocky, in my mother's kitchen as always. I'm a member of a Facebook group called Southern Cooking, and I did a survey on there about the top most quintessential Southern dishes. What dishes Southern cooks need to learn if they're cooking in the South. And I put the list of the top 20, and cobblers was number 5. So today's show is about cobblers. Most of them were specific to either peach cobbler or blueberry cobbler, or a lot of them were just general in cobbler, so I bunched cobblers all together, and I made today a rhubarb cobbler. Now, my mom is not going to appear in this video until probably the taste test time because it is preseason football and she's watching the Packers play. But if you want to learn how to make this cobbler, stick around. Let's get started. We're starting with 5 cups of rhubarb. This is frozen rhubarb. This is a little bit of juice in the bottom. Because of that, I'm going to modify the recipe just a little bit. To the rhubarb, we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of sugar. Recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of flour. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of flour, and because it's a little bit juicy, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of tapioca flour, or just tapioca. That'll help help with that extra moisture, and that's just going to get mixed together. And set aside. And for the cobbler layer, the crumble layer is going to be 1 1/2 cups of flour, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 1 beaten egg, Gonna mix it together. Now, the recipe originally calls for the butter to be poured on top once the crumble has been laid over. I'm actually gonna pour the butter in now as I'm mixing. It's 6 tablespoons of melted butter. To assemble, I've got a 9 by 13 dish. Gonna add the rhubarb. Give that a little spread. And sprinkle the crumble mixture on top. $350 in a greased dish for 30 to 45 minutes until golden brown and bubbly. That's been in the oven for about 45 minutes. It has gotten a nice golden brown around the top there. The one thing I did forget to mention when I was assembling it, but I put it in as I put it in the oven, is we gave it a shake of nutmeg because it's an optional thing. You can use cinnamon or you can use nutmeg. You can use a little bit of both. It depends on what your flavor, what your choice is. We use some nutmeg. So now let's get this served. Oh heck, I'll make me a big old piece because I skipped breakfast this morning. Now this is a, like I said, a rhubarb cobbler. I don't know if you would consider the Southern style, but this comes from an old-fashioned recipe from a website called, what was the website called? TheseOldCookbooks.com. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to get a bite. You ready, Ma? I told you she'd show back up for the Packer game's still going on, but I told you she would show back up.
But it's halftime.
She'd show back up for the taste test.
That's rhubarb.
Yeah, it is good. I know Southerners are really stuck on their blackberry cobbler. It has to be a peach cobbler. It's not Southern. This is a dang good cobbler. Got a little bit of crunch on top instead of that puffy, fluffy cobbler, where it's more like a cake dumplings dropped in it. It's definitely thinner because it's in a pan versus thicker in a casserole dish or something like that. But there is nothing wrong with that cobbler. That is good. I will probably do another cobbler here in the future if I can get a hold of some fresh peaches yet, just because I would love to do a peach cobbler while they're still in season. But I think for the number 5 on the Southern Essentials list, that'll pass. I don't think a Southerner will turn that down.
I would hope not.
Me neither. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great day.